guys, how are you all? So in today's video, I will be telling you the schedule that you should be following when you are preparing for your CA exams. So the CA attempt that is just round the corner in the month of December. So for that, you need to see that are you actually following the right schedule for yourself or not. Guys, I would request you to watch it till the end, because at the end of the video, I will be telling you some things that I used to follow on a daily basis, which really helped me. Okay, so because I know what schedule I followed in the attempts that I was not able to clear versus the schedule that changes that I made and I followed, and in that attempt I could actually clear both of my groups together, okay, in my fourth attempt. Okay, so guys, let's begin with the video. So, obviously, there are some people who want to study in the morning, and there are some people who like to study at night. Okay, so obviously, that the time slots can be different for people. Okay, but what actually, how much should be the number of hours that you should give is all what you need to focus on. Okay, so I was never a morning person. Okay, I was not even a very late night person. So I was kind of a mediocre person. So I used to get up in the morning at around 8:30. Okay, and I used to sit to study at around 9 a.m. Okay, so 9 a.m. was when my first slot of study actually started. But before 9 a.m., so when I got up, I went to the washroom. I go to the washroom, I take a bath. Okay, then I have my breakfast. So the first, guys, important thing that I used to follow during my schedule, so I started my day with just giving 5 minutes to myself. Okay, just 5 minutes. So see, those 5 minutes you can give yourself just right after you get up from your bed, while you are sitting on the bed, or you can also, so I used to go to the washroom, and then those 5 minutes while when we are probably using the phone or something, I used to give that 5 minutes to myself. See, it might sound creepy, but it is really helpful that you need to remind yourself of what your goal is, that you want to become a chartered accountant. Why is it so important for you to become a chartered accountant? Okay, so if on a daily basis, guys, you remind yourself of your goal and the importance of your goal and how you have to actually get through the day, or how you have to approach the day, then it really gets very, very impactful, and it gets simplified when you are trying to be consistent with your schedule. Okay, so if daily basis you are reminding yourself, I think that is most important, because there are so many things going on in your life and we tend to forget what we are actually focusing on. Okay, it actually gets overshadowed. So if on a daily basis, just give 5 minutes to yourself, just tell yourself that I want to become a chartered accountant. In this attempt, I am going to clear my chartered accountancy exam. Okay, I am going to give 12 hours or 14 hours or whatever today in this day, and I am going to utilize this day to the best possible. Okay, so this is some kind of, I would say, morning motivation for yourself that you need to give yourself. Okay, so starting with the first slot of study, so I sat at 9 a.m. Okay, so 9 a.m. To 1 p.m. So there's 4 hours of slot I used to study. Okay, if I took up a practical subject in the first slot, okay, so my mind is fresh, my stomach is full, I've had breakfast, I am totally energized, it's my first slot. So 4 hours straight, I think I can study. Okay, so I used to take up a practical subject, preferably if I say cost or accounts, okay, or SFM. Okay, depending upon whatever subjects I'm taking up. So I always used to study 2 subjects in a day, not more than that. Okay, so 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. was the first slot of a practical subject. Then I took a break of 1 hour, that is 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I used to have lunch, or then I maybe sit with my family. Okay, or maybe listen to some music. Okay, and just take a break of 1 hour. Okay, then get back to the next slot, that is a 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. slot. Okay, that is a very important slot, that is generally your exam timings as well, so it is advisable that you should be using that slot. Okay, so 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. I went for a theory subject. Now because in the morning I've covered a practical subject, then the other was this theory subject slot. Okay, then 5 p.m. I took a break of 2 hours, that is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., in which I used to do 3-4 things. One most important thing was 30 minutes I have to give to some kind of physical activity. Okay, see, I don't like those using those or probably those strength exercises or whatever. So I just did some form of probably aerobics or zumba, or some kind of body movement or physical activity should be there depending upon your like. Okay, then apart from that, 15 to 20 minutes it is important that you give to your brain, basically your mind or your mental fitness, I would say. Okay, so I used to watch some kind of a motivational video or a nice video from something that I can learn. Or probably, see, if you don't like watching videos, you can also read a book. Okay, or you can listen to some audio as well. But I used to watch motivational video or some kind of nice videos for 15-20 minutes, so that I am mentally also relaxed. So this obviously I used to do on a daily basis. Okay, apart from that, of course, you can go for a walk, you can listen to music, you can watch comedy videos. I will not suggest you to guys call up your friends and talk to them and discuss about studies or whatever. See, that is your break, and you actually should be thinking or maybe doing something, everything that is apart from your studies. Okay, so that is how you should utilize. Then I used to have my dinner also, so I had early dinner around 6:37. Okay, then my next slot started at 7 p.m. Okay, then that was again a 3-hour slot, that is 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. This was again a practical subject. Okay, so first morning slot was practical, then the afternoon slot was theory subject. Now the evening slot is my again practical subject. Okay, then after I'm done with that, 10 p.m. again I took a break of 1 hour. 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. I used to sit with my parents, go for a walk, for a half an hour walk maybe. Okay, and then again I started at 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. again, that was a theory subject. Okay, then I used to go to sleep, but before going to sleep again I followed that 5-minute practice that I followed in the morning, that I need to tell myself, why am I doing all of this? Why is it important for me? What is my goal? Why I need to achieve it? How eagerly or how desperately I want to achieve it. Okay, I used to remind myself. So whatever you think before you sleep is something that goes on in your mind while you are sleeping. Okay, so it gets more and more engraved in your brain basically. So again, you do that 5-minute exercise. Okay, and then I think 7 hours of sleep or something that I used to take, 6 to 7 hours if you want. So guys, this schedule is for 12 hours of study plan. Okay, if you want to if you're going for one group, you want to reduce it, you can reduce it. If you are going for, obviously I also was going for both groups, and in the last month I actually increased these hours by, I think, to 13-14 hours as well. Okay, depending upon what my coverage is, how aggressively I want to do it. Okay, so that is depending on person to person and whatever your plan is, okay, for yourself. Okay, now coming to some of the important things that I also follow during the day. Okay guys, first thing is, so I used to keep a tracker for myself. So like just beside my study table I had stuck a tracker, a tracker that I had made on my own. On a daily basis, I just, what I used to do was, I just used to pen down the time that I'm sitting to study and the time that I'm getting up. Okay, and then at the end of the day I can see that, okay, I have been able to study for 12 hours or 13 hours, or I have not been able to study for 12 hours, it's just been 10 hours. So this is how I used to track my time as well, so that if there is some day that I have just been able to study for 10 hours, then that is a realization for me and I can study 2 hours extra on the next day. Okay, or maybe I can become more serious or alert about what my output is. Okay, so basically to track the output in terms of hours, okay, of study. So that is one important thing. Other important thing is, I used a lot of sticky notes. Okay, so whenever I was studying anything and there's something that I always get stuck with, there's some section or some provision that I always used to forget, okay, or some professional ethics clause or something, it could be anything. I used to take that sticky note, write it on that sticky note, and I used to stick it in front of my study table, that every day whenever I sit there, I look at it and I recall it, and I'm able to memorize it. Okay, it can be any formula, any provision, clause, or anything. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying. So that is another very good technique. Or see, it might not be something that you want to remember, but it can also be some kind of maybe. So maybe you tend to sleep, for example, you always tend to sleep while you are studying. Okay, so you need to maybe write it in front of you that be attentive, okay, or stay attentive, or stay awake, or some of the instructions that you want to give to your brain on a repetitive basis is something that you write on a sticky note and stick it in front of your eyes. Okay, or you can just stick your goal in front of it, CA Disha Makija, okay, or CA cleared in so and so attempt. Okay, so any of this sort, something that you want to remind yourself again and again about. Okay, then third important thing was, whenever you forget something, you can also prepare. So if you want to memorize some pointers or some probably some of the lines or sentences, okay, you can prepare, or probably a topic, you can prepare audios in your own language, as in your own voice, and you can listen to those audios whenever you are free, or whenever you don't feel like studying, you can just listen to those audios, so that you are able to memorize that. Anything that is recorded in your voice, obviously it is very easier for your brain to understand and grasp and memorize it as well. Okay, so this is some very important thing that I want to tell you. Apart from that, guys, in my previous attempts, when I was not able to clear, I had gained a lot of weight. Okay, so that because of that, it was not only gaining weight and I was not feeling good about it, but guys, it somewhere or the other, it does obstruct your efficiency that is coming out. Okay, so in the first 3 attempts, I gained a lot of weight. In the 4th attempt, where I actually cleared, that is the time that I lost a lot of weight, because I was very conscious about what I'm eating during the day, when I am eating my food, okay, and if I am going for exercise or not. Okay, so those kind of things I actually followed. So you need to stay active, is what I'm saying. So it's not that you need to focus on losing your weight, but you have to stay active so that your body feels fit enough to work on your goal. Okay, so 2 things most important: your mind should be you should be mentally fit, and your body should be active, or your body should be able to support you with your goal. Okay, so you need to take care of these 2 things, guys. Okay, you cannot be depressed enough to study, and you cannot be lethargic or lazy or inactive. Okay, so this is the other important thing. Third important thing is, guys, I was off social media. I was not into social media. I was not talking to many people. Okay, my circle was very limited. I was not, see, we generally don't like people telling us that it's okay, you will clear it, and don't worry, you're studying so hard, and what happened, why you couldn't clear it, you're such a brilliant student. See, guys, I know nobody likes to hear that. Okay, so I'm sure you also don't like that. So why do you want to invite those people through social media or through phone calls? So you need not attend those phone calls if you don't want to, or if you think that you become negative after conversing with someone or after talking to someone. Why do you have to talk with that person? For some period of time, you can just cut off from people. I think that's totally okay. Ultimately, you are for yourself. Okay, those people will not be coming and helping you with your journey ahead. So if for some time, if you're not in connect with those people, I think that's totally okay. If you want to stay away from people, stay away from people, stay away from social media, that's also totally okay. Okay, people will judge you for some time, but how does that even matter? Ultimately, your life matters, your goal matters, your mental fitness matters, your dream is coming true or not, that matters. Okay, so just focus on that. Okay, so guys, that was all for this video. I hope you liked it. So guys, please like it, please share it with your friends. I'm sure there must be friends who are also giving the CA exams, and you can share this video with your friends so that this helps them too. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe to it. Don't forget to like, share. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.